Hey guys, what's up? So in today's video, we're going to be doing a review, an in-depth first impressions, and a full wear test of the new Fenty Hydrating foundation. I'm pretty sure that's what it's called. Pro Filter, yes, Hydrating Long Wear Foundation. I have had a lot of requests to review this one. A lot of you guys are wanting to know how exactly this goes on oily skin. It's not necessarily targeted towards oily skin. Their original Pro Filter formula was targeted towards oily skin, but I actually find a lot of the time, and I've taught you guys a lot about this, a lot of the time hydrating formulas actually work better on oily skin because they don't cause your skin to overcompensate and overproduce too much oil. So yeah, we're going to be testing this. We're going to run this like a normal foundation review. I'm going to show you the formula, up nice and close, show you how it sits on my skin. I do also have textured skin. Hopefully it looks nice and smooth. Fingers crossed. Then I'm going to be doing check-ins throughout the day and showing you exactly how it wears on the skin. So if you are interested in seeing a fully in-depth review on the new Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Hydrating Longwear Foundation, wow, can't believe I got that without screwing it up. That's impressive. Then keep on watching. Now this did actually come in PR, so I've got a little bit more information. This makes it so much easier to tell you guys about products, honestly. So this one still comes in 50 shades like their original formula. It says it's a formula that normal to dry skin types will love, comfortable medium to full coverage, long wear, natural finish. It's got a bunch of yummies in it. Oh, it's a sweat and humidity resistant formula. It's buildable. It says it will not clog pores and it will not settle into fine lines. So hopefully she's crease proof. That would be awesome. Light as air texture. I like the idea of that. And it seems like they like it to be applied with a sponge. All right, beautiful. I really liked the original Pro Filter formula. I thought that was a beautiful foundation. I still wear it a lot of the time. So I'm curious to see how this one goes. The packaging is a little bit more travel friendly in comparison to the original. The original did come in a glass bottle and this new one comes in this little tube. Both of them though, I believe, the pump applicator on the original one's actually slightly bigger, but I do like both versions of the packaging. The new one is like very travel friendly, which is awesome. Now as far as, so 32 ml in this, and the original is 32 ml as well. Okay, so you get the same amount of product. I'm assuming that they're the same price. I'll pop the prices on screen. They're 50, this one's 52 Australian, but I'll pop other prices on the screen. So let's get into this. Got the shade 290 here. Hopefully, I feel like this is a pretty good match. I'm gonna see what the actual formula feels like. Okay, so it is a little bit runny. You can see it running down the back of my hand there. Let's have a look at it in comparison to the original formula. And I've got a different shade here in the original. I wonder if I have 290. We can see if the shades are an exact match. I do. I've got 290 in the original. Let's see if the colors are exactly the same. It says here on this press release that they are exactly the same. But I'm wondering if the different formulations mean the shades might slightly vary. It does actually look like they do slightly vary. No, they look pretty bang on accurate. So 290 in the new hydrating formula here, and then 290 in the original formula here. When I first pumped out the original formula, I was like, that's way lighter, but it's sort of slightly oxidized as it's set a little in the air. So I would say that they're fairly accurate. So you should be, fingers crossed, safe. And we'll see how we go when we apply. But you should hopefully be safe to actually just be able to purchase your original shade online without needing to go in and color match. Now let's get rid of the old one so we don't accidentally use it. I feel like the new formula maybe is like a little bit thicker than the original too. So off camera, I did already prime half of my face using the Hourglass Mineral Veil. This is the primer that I always use for my foundation reviews. It is so incredible on oily skin. I know you guys hear me say this all the time, but honestly, just try it. It does come in sample sizes. Just try it. So we're going to go into the primed side first, and I am using one of our Pro Blending Sponges from NikkiaJoyBusiness. And then we're going to start buffing this in. Oh, it's actually like I only took like a very tiny amount of it, and it's actually quite nice coverage. This is a buildable coverage foundation, so you should be able to layer this, and like it said, it's supposed to not actually settle into fine lines. So we'll see how we go. It does feel nice and lightweight. It's not tricky to blend. I can't see it like it's not really emphasizing texture or anything. It looks pretty good. I think what would be interesting too in another video would be to wear the original formula on one side and then the new hydrating formula on the other side. Just sort of wear them and see, just see the difference on the skin. I think that would be good. All right, so blending that all out. I honestly, as a first impression, I think that looks absolutely beautiful. It's not necessarily like a luminous finish. It does have like a demi-matte kind of a finish. It does feel slightly sticky on the skin still, but it looks really pretty, really healthy. This would be a nice one, I feel. I mean, for those of you with drier skin types or normal skin types, probably would be amazing all the time. But for me, this would be great for like an everyday kind of a foundation, like when I'm just wanting to look natural and kind of dewy throughout the day. Okay, that's really, really pretty. So this is one light layer. I don't even really want to build it up. It's smoothing, it looks really flattering. It hasn't sort of covered, you know, my dark under eye circles, but it's covered the redness fairly well everywhere else on my face. And I still do have a little bit of product left, probably not enough to do the other side of my face. So we'll grab another pump and we'll start blending out. So this side has no primer, so we'll see if there's, you know, a difference. They did also launch a hydrating primer as well. I'll have to give that one a test and let you guys know too. I had so many requests to review this one. And I understand, because even though I'm an oily skin type, I am typically drawn more towards hydrating type products a lot of the time, because, you know, like sucking the moisture out of your skin is literally the worst thing that you can do. I know a lot of people are like, oh, it's oil free, it must be good, or, you know, like products that just strip your skin. It just makes your skin produce more oil. It works in exactly the opposite way to how you think it would. And I don't know, people don't seem to realize, even brands are still marketing this kind of stuff, and I'm like, why? It doesn't work. I did have a lot more redness on this side, and even though we don't have a primer on, it still covered it really well. I do think it looks slightly smoother on the side where I have got the primer, like just the pores and sort of these areas might look a little bit more textured on this side, but it's honestly nothing super, super noticeable. It does look really smooth on the skin, so we'll zoom in and we'll have a nice close look. All right, so here is my skin close up. I feel like it looks really healthy. It's not overly dewy to the point where I'm like, I'm not going to be able to wear these, and it has actually dried down. It's not completely matte, but it's way less tackier than it was originally. I really like this formula. I think it looks really, really nice. So here's my skin with the primer. Hopefully you can see it all. Chin, cheeks, forehead, all of that. Coverage is really nice. As you can see, all of the redness that was around on my skin is gone. Still some darkness under the eyes. You can definitely see it, but it has covered everything pretty well. And this is just one light layer. And then this is the side without the primer. See how there's like a really soft glow to the skin? It's not too much, it's just enough to make you look like naturally healthy. And so far we don't have any creasing. This is honestly beautiful. Really, really nice. So I'm gonna go and apply the rest of my makeup now, just keeping it really natural today, although sometimes I say that and I come back with a cut crease and glitter and red lips. I can't be blamed, but yeah, I'm going to finish off the rest of my makeup and I'll come back and show you what my skin is looking like. All right, so with the rest of my makeup on, this is what my skin is looking like. I'm still really, really happy with how the foundation is looking and wearing. Admittedly, I've already had it on for about 2 hours. I did end up, you know, mucking around. I had a phone call and all this stuff sort of happened. So it has actually been on my skin for quite a bit longer than it normally is in my first check-in, but it's still looking really nice and smooth. I don't have any oil through the T-zone at this point. So yeah, 2 hours in, it is looking really, really pretty. Still doesn't feel heavy on the skin. It's definitely lightweight in the same way that they did describe that it would be. I'm honestly really, really happy. So we'll zoom in and we'll have a close look and then check-ins will begin. So here is my skin close up. I did apply a little bit of concealer underneath my eyes. I did powder it down. I've got blush, bronzer, little tiny bit of highlight. It really looks really, really natural, really pretty. It's radiant, but not too much. It's lightweight. There's no settling. There's no creasing. I don't feel like it's emphasizing my pores or my texture. Like overall, I just think this is a really, really pretty looking foundation. So I'm excited to see how it wears on my oily skin because so far, pretty impressed. So yeah, pretty much this is what we are looking like. So side with the primer here. So cheek, forehead, chin, and then side without the primer. Chin, cheek, sides of my nose looking pretty good. Forehead feels lightweight. I don't feel like I'm wearing, you know, a heavy amount of foundation at all. The coverage looks fantastic. You know, everything is looking great. So I will see you guys in about, well, seeing as we're 2 hours in already, probably 3 or 4 hours, and then again later on tonight. All right, so we are back with our first check-in for the day, and honestly guys, despite the fact that this foundation is meant for normal to dry skin types, it is looking absolutely beautiful on my skin. There is no caking, there is no separating of this one. The skin still looks really smooth, it still feels really lightweight on the skin. I've definitely got oils through the T-zone and, you know, a little bit on my cheeks and stuff, but overall, it's honestly looking really, really, really pretty. I feel like it looks glowy. I feel like it looks healthy. I really do like how this one is going on the skin so far. I'll zoom you guys in so you can actually see. So here is my skin nice and close up. So we've got firstly the side with the primer. Can't really tell a huge difference between both sides. Like I feel like it's looking great on both sides. No separation, no caking like I said. If anything, I just look dewy and glowy because obviously my oils have come through. There's nothing in this formula that will control oils, but at the same time it is heat and humidity resistant. So, you know, there are things in there, and I mean it's a long wear formula, so there are definitely things in there that will help it last longer. But then the side with no primer, I love it. I think that it looks beautiful. I really do think it looks super pretty on the skin. I also don't feel the need to touch up yet, so at 6 hours I'd be perfectly happy to keep going. Maybe by the 8-hour mark, I might start to feel a little bit like, okay, you know, now's the time to actually touch it up, but we'll see how we go. I'll be coming back later on tonight. We'll probably be doing 12-ish hours of wear for this one, but like, honestly, I'm so happy with how it's looking, and I'm genuinely surprised because it is meant for, you know, normal to dry skins. It's like I said earlier, a lot of the time, hydrating products are the best thing for oily skins, so yeah, really impressed so far. I will see you guys again tonight, and hopefully we're still looking cute. All right, guys, so we are back with our final check-in for this foundation, and despite the fact that I am so oily, it has held up really, really well. Obviously, when I am doing these foundation tests, I am not touching up during the day, but I actually do think with a little bit of touching up, this one would be absolutely gorgeous. Now, as you can see, I've got oil through the T-zone, cheeks, nose, forehead, chin, all the usual places where I do get oil. But at the same time, no caking, no separation. It hasn't created texture on my skin anywhere. I just look ridiculously dewy, honestly. Ridiculously dewy. And for 12 hours of wear, this is pretty damn impressive for a hydrating foundation. I'll quickly zoom you guys in and then we'll have a little touch up and see what it looks like then. So this is what it is looking like up close. As you can see, quite a bit of oil through the center of my face. Although at the same time, still nowhere near as bad as a lot of other foundations that I've tested. It's pretty damn impressive. The majority of the oil really seems through the middle. I do also definitely think that there's less oil on the side where we did apply the primer. It's significantly oily on this side, but it's sort of hard to see in these kind of lights how oily it really is. So let's have a little go at actually touching it up. We're just taking some powder. I'm gonna press it all over the foundation. See how it goes. Oh my goodness. Guys, it looks beautiful when you touch it up. Oh, wow. Look at this. It looks brand new. It doesn't look cakey. It doesn't look gross. Like, I had a lot of oil going on here, and with a little bit of a quick touch up with some powder, this foundation looks brand new. Damn. Seriously? Like, legit? That looks like fresh foundation. Oh, there's a little bit of foundation that's transferred just off the side of my nose here, but other than that, there's no transfer. There's no caking. It looks like fresh foundation. That's seriously freaky. Whoa. So it's pretty safe to say, guys, I definitely do like the new Fenty Hydrating Longwear Foundation. It's definitely a longwear product. I've had minimal transfer. Like I said, no caking, no separating. Didn't control shine, although as a hydrating product, I would not expect it to. But at the same time, you know, when I did get really oily, it didn't look disgusting on the skin. Felt really lightweight and fresh during the day. No settling into fine lines, no settling into pores. Overall, I think that this is a really, really nice product, and I am definitely going to be continuing to use this. I think this will be perfect as an everyday product, you know, something that you can quickly pop on. It makes your skin look really, really flawless, but it still feels nice and fresh. I think this is gorgeous. So if you are an oily skin type, or you've got, you know, similar skin to me, and you've been wanting to know whether or not you will be able to use this, in my opinion, I do think that you will be able to use it just as long as you touch up during the day. It's really, really nice. So I hope that you guys enjoyed today's video. I hope that you found it helpful. I hope that it answered any questions you had on this foundation. I am really excited to get in the shower and wash my makeup off. Hairs everywhere. I've got like little bloodshot eyes. Whew. Your girl is tired. But give the video a thumbs up if you did enjoy it. Make sure to leave all your questions, comments, requests, anything that you want to say to me in the comment section down below. I hope you're having an amazing day, and I will catch you guys in my next video. Bye!